Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome back to All Things Quintessential channel. So today, I just feel like doing craft, and I don't have really much to say or do. I just want us to hang out and do some painting and have a good talk and good chat. Okay, so I've got lots of this, and I have this old canvas I made, but I'm trying to paint a sunrise. You know that orange yellow sunrise thing? Yes. So that's really what I want to do. And feel free, like I said, to comment, support. Feel free to join in. Feel free to contribute or participate. I really want us all to have fun, okay? And in between my paintings, we will be talking on few mental health tips. As you know, I can't come live without any mental health tips that would help us, okay? Come along, relax, have fun, enjoy, and chill, okay? Yes. If you can, grab a cup of tea if you want to. That'd be nice. Okay? And welcome. hmm Okay, I'm trying to set this out so you can be able to see what I'm doing. Yes, I think we got something. Okay. Mm. So, this, I'm gonna be using black. Where is my black? Okay, here's my black. Yeah, is turning out well. So while I'm doing this, I want us to talk about something so funny. So someone asked and said, why are women dominating the social media sphere? That's so funny. So I was discussing with someone and they said, have you noticed that this social media content creation world is almost being dominated by women? What's really going on? What's your thought on that? What do you think? Yeah, feel free. Do you really feel the social media content creation world is being dominated by women? Where are the men? You don't have to agree, obviously. Just like I 100% did not agree till I had to, he had to give me some reasons and like if you notice, like women are almost everywhere. They are really dominating and doing so well for themselves in this social media content creation world. Why? I almost wanted to disagree, but to be fair, that's true. So I told him that maybe, just maybe, because women, no disrespect to the lovely men out there, but maybe because women, they are very good with multitasking. I can be doing this right now and I'm eating breakfast. I know. And I'm also talking at the same time. And believe me, I'm not losing sight of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And women are so good in managing, whereas men, on the other hand, they love to focus. Like if they bring out their mind to do something, they like to focus on that thing. You know what I mean? Like they don't have that energy to, you know, focus on two things at the same time. I think it's just our nature. You know what I mean? I think we are just so blessed with that. Um, we are just so blessed with that quality. Whatever we lay our hands to do, we are so blessed and gifted that we manage things effectively. I'm not trying to say there are no bad managers out there. Not every woman knows how to manage and coordinate, but the majority of us all, it's like our calling, is like who we are called to be, right? So, what do you think? Put it up in the chat, comment it. Let's know. Women, I'm gonna leave it here. Do Okay, let me use my two hands. Um, do you think women are dominating the social media space? Give your reasons. Give your reasons. Okay, go ahead. What do you think? Do you think we're having more and more and more women in the social media space, or do you think that men are also doing well for themselves in that regard? What do you think? I want to hear your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts. Penny for your thoughts. Mm-hmm. But if we really want to admit it, mm, if we really want to admit it, the men too are the most paid in social media. What do I mean by that? Most of our men are so good at what they do that they are so better paid than women. Most of the men are in tech, most of them are in gaming, some of them are really paid high and well, more than the women or the ladies. So if you ask me, I'll tell you that men are also paid more, even though it seems women engage more on social media, but I feel men are paid more. Remember, you don't have to agree, because you see those profitable niches is mostly dominated by men. Mostly dominated by men. Those niches are mostly dominated by men. This is really turning out well. I'm loving it. We'll see. Okay. I'm trying to paint a sunset. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a sunset. Is it because do you think it's cause do is it because they are good at multitasking, or Mhm. Mhm. Okay, so the question I was asking earlier, I'm still waiting for answers. What do you think? Do you think women are dominating the social media space and why? Okay, if you happen to see this later, feel free to let me know what you think, okay? And why you think so. Hmm. Then another thing too is how to maintain healthy mental lifestyle in the workplace. What a lot of us don't know is that no matter how we try to excuse it, you see racial discrimination is still prevalent and is still happening in the workplace. Whether we agree or not, that doesn't change the fact that it's still happening. Some people still dread going to work today because of, say, what they fear someone might tell them, or how someone will look at them, or how, just let's say, bullying. Bullying happens in the office, even though most people will not want to admit it. So many people have um, felt the least safe in their workplace, probably because they are not in majority in their workplace. It's just a few of them versus a whole lot of people. And that has really made it so hard for a lot of people to fit in, you know. While some people, on the other hand, their job is so mentally demanding that they they sometimes wish they have a choice of not working or going back to work. Why? Because it's becoming so emotionally stressful and draining. Say maybe because they are not really leveling up, as they would have wanted to, or maybe there are a lot of updates to be done. Think it's not business as usual anymore. They have to update. It's not a lot of people that can cope with, say, updates on learning, relearning, trying to understand a lot of things, right? It's not everybody that can do that. Some people, once they have mastered the art of a particular way of doing their job, honestly, they are good. You telling them to maybe come learn again or do something, or to them is like, what? I thought I'm done. I thought I'm free. It's not something they can relate with. It's not something, so that makes them not so comfortable the way they would love to be in the workplace. While some other people also have ongoing mental stress, or something that is stressing them up, but they feel for some reason they can get through it, working like they could bury themselves in work. There are lots of people that bury themselves in work, I tell you. Like, they feel, okay, you know what, um I'm just gonna work, 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 work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna work, it's work, 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 eat, sleep, work. They are like using whatever it's ailing them mentally to, they are using work to conceal the whole thing and bury it and not want to talk about it. Maybe marital, maybe financial, maybe health wise. Something is really ailing them, but then again, they bring it to work. So anything that serves as an emotional impediment or discomfort in the workplace, be it the one you brought in or the one that maybe the environment you are in have availed you, they all can be classified as the things that could contribute to mental health stress in the workplace. I don't know, especially new mothers who are just trying to return back to workplace after a long maternity leave. I notice they are on the receiving end of this thing we're talking about. By the time they come back, there are lots to catch up with. There are lots of things like they don't even know where to start. The whole place is just like, they can't relate with anything. Like, they have a lot of catch up to do, they have a lot of things to, you know, do just to meet up, and that really stresses them out. Some of them are even thinking of their kids at home. How are the kids doing? The baby in the daycare, are they well catered for? And before you know it, is really affecting their productivity in workplace and all whatnot. And that could really stress them out. There are also some group of people who they really want to do this career thing, but then again, having stayed that long in at home during maternity leave, they can't even begin to explain, or they can't even begin to adapt. So that threatens their mental health. Or it could even be developing feelings for your co-worker or your supervisor or your colleague at work, and because it's not allowed, like, so that you don't you know misplace your priorities and maybe start having conflict of interest and all whatnot. It's really affecting you. Some will even say, I can't even concentrate, always looking at this person or seeing this person, while some will tell you, honestly, I just feel like quitting because this person is not even noticing me. This person is not seeing me for who I am and all whatnot. What's the need? What's the essence? So I will, I don't need to be in the same space. While some can be a case of unrequited attention or love because they feel they are no longer getting it like they used to. You know what I mean? Maybe for some reasons they broke up, and all this thing is happening within the confines of the workplace, and over time is affecting the productivity and output, or how they work and all whatnot. So it's really affecting a lot of things, and you know there are lots of them. A lot of things can you know threaten or even disturb our mental health in the workplace. Now, some can also be a case of working with a narcissist as a boss. I'm just giving you today's focus on mental health talk is in the workplace. So I'm giving you cases whereby people can struggle mentally or have serious mental health issues in their workplace and all whatnot. And you even begin to wonder, like, how? What happened here? No. So a lot of things can disturb our mental health in the workplace. And once that happens, it really affects your output and the productivity and all whatnot. And the way you do your work and everything is really, really affected. And once that happens, obviously, waking up in the morning to work will not even be a delight anymore. Like, you don't just want to hear about work anymore. Or maybe you get insight or receive news that the company you've been working so hard for, maybe they are almost going bankrupt or they are laying off people. All those things could, you know, bother your mental health, and you ask yourself, what's the way forward? What should I do from here? Where next? What's the next thing to do? And before you know it, fear, anxiety, fatigue, exhaustion, they creep in. But I tell you, the worst one is working with a narcissist. You know what I mean? Like, I have a whole video, a full video on narcissist and empath. And imagine having one as a boss. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. I'm just trying to draw a sunset. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like how the trees are looking. It's coming up. Come on, let's do this. So, over time, what happens is that you begin to get psychological and mental breakdown. It can even affect you even after you have left the company and all whatnot. So that's why you hear some people when they sue for damages and mental health, you're like, what? How? So things like that. Now, when you go through, how do you now cope or survive, considering the fact that that is your source of livelihood? I mean, it's called source of livelihood for a reason, right? And you don't want to lose it. And nobody wants to lose their source of livelihood, I tell you. That's the last thing anybody wants, right? Now, imagine that happening and you don't really have it anymore like you used to. And before you know it, things are no longer the way they used to be, and it can affect your overall well being or mental health. Before you know it, those closer to you begin to receive the heavy blows, and before you know it, things spiral out of control negatively, and you can't even relate or imagine what happened. You begin to turn to a shadow of yourself. So, how? The first thing is, how can you maintain a healthy mental lifestyle in the workplace? Now, if you're still looking to get a job, it's very important to know about the company you're hoping to come into. Don't be in a hurry. I know everybody needs money, but immediately your employers sense desperation and they notice you're so desperate, and whatever they say you don't mind, everything is okay. you know Once they sense that desperation, you're gone. They can even do and undo, and you know they will know you can take it. After all, you need the money, right? So if I shared one instance, one time I was looking for a job, and when I came in, wow, the environment was not really what I want to wish even on my enemy. Like, the secretary was on the edge just because she didn't deliver an assignment on time. The way the boss spoke to her and everything, like, I just took a clue, and I just had to do the interview because I was there. But I didn't need anybody to tell me that no way, this is not the place for you, girl. And after the interview, I ran. I didn't even stay. And also, if you're able to do a search on workers who have been there previously and see the reviews and what they say about that company, it's going to help you a great deal. It will really help you and save you from a lot of trouble in future. But if you ignore it and like, I'm not saying go ahead and just whatever review you see, you take it. You're like, yes, they actually said they are very mean to workers, so I'm not going to work here. No. You know what I mean? Like, if all the reviews all together, 5 out of 5 is saying run, don't even go there in the first place. Even if you decide you want to go because of money and bills, make sure you have an exit plan. Make sure you have a duration when you want to stop. And have you noticed some of those companies that are toxic, pardon my words, they are always good in terms of pay. They pay very well. Like they leave you wondering whether or whether should I not, should I stay, should I go? But sometimes those ones that don't have good or so much attractive remuneration or pay, they are usually they are usually their pay is not always mouth watering. So now when you read all those things, it will give you an insight. But if you're already there as a staff and maybe change of power or board members or whatever have brought about a lot of new people, like you can't even, then think of your exit plan. And these days, most times there are organizations who are actually in union. That's also one thing you need to consider when looking for a job. Make sure you get organizations that are under union. That way, they can't just treat you anyhow or do it. Make sure that the organization is, they have strong mental health policies and, they care, not just the money now. You know what I mean? Like they really care for their staff. So if you're already in, that is where healthy boundary comes in. I'm not trying to be unrealistic now. Like for some people, you can't just up and leave, right? Because this is where the bills get paid. But boundaries goes a long way. Make a clear boundary and stick to it and let them know the things you can take, the things you cannot take with all due respect. Know what I mean? Let them know what is okay by you, what you deem as disrespect, and what you are okay to cope with. Don't just pretend everything, every rule, every. I'm not saying be the villain, but sometimes don't just chug in whatever they say because it's definitely gonna affect you later on. If there are things that are not okay by you, speak up, speak up. Don't just take it all in because if you don't speak up, obviously they will think it's okay by you, right? And then make sure you surround yourself with people of like minds. Try to have good friends who will always cheer you up. If you can even start up a mini forum, like be the change you want to see and all whatnot. And then, yeah, we're almost done. Look at this. We made it. Not like 100% done, but my favorite part is the tree. Look at it. I love it. It's nicely done. Is I love it. And then there's some, I know, rough patches here and there, but honestly, it turned out nice. I'm loving it. And thank you so much for stopping by. I just have to rush out right now. I would have loved to stay so we could chat more. But trust me, I'm going to do a sequel to this live. We're going to talk on how to maintain healthy mental lifestyle in the workplace. We really need to start talking about mental health in the workplace. It cannot be overemphasized. We have to talk about it. The more we sensitize people, get aware, the more is something we integrate. A workplace should be a place home away from home because unless you're not doing what you love. But if you love your job, it's like second best thing you love to do. So why should you not be comfortable in your own skin in the workplace? Why shouldn't you be happy? Do you know that you spend most of your time with your work family more than your real family? Some people even make the mistake of bringing their work home, which is something I made a healthy boundary ahead of time. I drew the line. I hardly like to bring work home, but for some people, no disrespect to some people who, for some reasons, they just have to so they could meet up deadlines. You know, don't you deserve staying in a place that offers you that flexibility, that conducive environment that could help you grow, thrive, and, live, you know, well, mentally, socially, and financially too? So it's something we would definitely talk about. Thank you for stopping by. And yay, this is like a sunset desert I painted. Don't laugh at me. I know I tried. Thank you and have a good one. Bye bye. And hey, wait. Don't forget, if you see this later, to answer the question I asked. Do you think more women are dominating the social media content creation space? Let me know what you think, okay? Bye bye.